What do you think that women are now looking for in the workplace? Is there any success metrics that they're looking to achieve?
Yeah. I guess it's not just one thing, right? And this again is something that's proven out during the pandemic more than ever so before. We've always wanted that flexibility. We always wanted, like you said, and you want to be aspirational. You want to be, you want to do well in your career. You want to have a great family life. And I'm not keen on words like balance, integration, harmony, and everything else. It's just figuring out. I mean, if you think of it as a wheel of life, we all have different aspects that we want to work on. Work is just one of the aspects. Yeah. It does seem to take a disproportionate time, and it does seem to obviously give us a sense of identity because we have that. We want to be associated with that, but it's one of the many things. And it's whether you're a single person, whether you have kids, whether you're married, whatever, in terms of the type of life that you want to lead. How can work really be one of those things that gives joy and also make it meaningful? We were talking about this before, but I just want to bring it up as well. I have this friend of mine who's an investment banker, really senior investment banker, who broke into that mold when it was not popular for women to be investment bankers because it involved long hours, it involved a lot of traveling and all that. And she talks about a time when she used to go along with her male colleagues to present to clients, and she was not allowed to make a presentation because the clients were not used to having women making presentations there. And then she would go to this boardroom also where there was this empty chair, which was always there. And in the initial meeting, she decided not to ask, why is there an empty chair there in the boardroom? But as the conversation developed, and once they finished their meetings, one of the times she asked them, no, who's this chair for? Why is it always empty? And it was for the wife of the chairman of the board who had a board position, but had no say. So, and I think this really motivated her to take in charge of some of these conversations, to bring them forward in an industry where these conversations were difficult. So both from a personal level, she decided to, like one of the times she talks about, she went with an all-women team to the client. So the client had no choice but to talk to one of us.
I love it. What do they say, that invention comes out of necessity or something like that? Yes, like she definitely made that situation, make progress, right? And have it move forward. That's really fascinating. I love that. I also think that women are looking for opportunities to succeed based on their strengths. They're not looking to try to be like men or to fit the mold anymore, but they want to build on the strengths that they have as individuals and be recognized for those, not have to fight to be, even better or more than, or, any of these things, but actually, be heard, be seen, and, have that be reflected, in the quality of the workplace. I think that part of that as well is to feel safe and supported at work as well, right? To hear that you're doing a good job, and to hear that you're being successful, and that you can feel safe to bring your ideas forth. I think that is a big part of it as well. I think that's also really important.
Yeah, absolutely. I was listening to this conversation by this person who used to be the chairperson of the largest bank in India, State Bank, and she's now the chairperson and CEO of Salesforce India. And she gets, one of the questions that she gets asked is, how do people deal with 3 M's, which is marriage, maternity, and mobility? I would like to make it, parental responsibilities, but 3 M's sounds like, rhymes better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she said, I would deal with it with 1 P, which is partnership. Partnership at home, in terms of, the tasks that are there as a family, as a unit entity to work together. Partnerships at work, be it with your, and in this case, be it with your male colleagues, be it with your teams, with your departments, with the organization as a whole. And I thought that was a really nice way, because we can't deal with one without tackling the other. Yeah. Both have to really sync for careers, for me, men and women and everybody else, for careers to thrive. You need that sync. And I thought that was a really great way of putting it, about creating those partnerships